Have you ever wanted to read a letter that was meant for someone else? Have you ever wanted to travel the world but didn't have the time or the money? If so, you are in the right place. Welcome to In My Voice, the podcast where we read letters and share travel stories about places by our guests. I am your host, Bonaheri, and each week I'll guide you through these two different yet fascinating worlds. In the first segment, we'll read letters written to listeners like you about a variety of subjects, from heartwarming stories to heartbreaking experiences. These letters offer a unique perspective on the human experience. Some of them will make you laugh, while the others will bring a tear to your eye. But they all have one thing in common. They are written from the heart. In the second segment, we will embark on a journey to explore the world through travel stories. We'll visit exotic destinations, meet interesting people, and experience the joys and challenges of traveling. Whether you are a seasoned traveler or someone who's always dreamed of seeing the world, you will find something to inspire you in these stories. So, join me every week as we dive into these two fascinating worlds. In My Voice. I promise you won't be disappointed. Subscribe now and don't miss an episode. Hello, welcome back to yet another episode of the In My Voice podcast. I'm your host, Bonaheri, and as usual, super excited to be back here with you. I hope you're doing very well, and if not, I am praying that you can feel much better and do much better, and I pray that you go through whatever you are going through and come out victorious. Well, let's dive into today's episode of In My Voice. We have all experienced feelings in our lives. And today we embark on a journey into the realm of feelings or emotions. Those powerful whispers of truth that guide our lives. It's a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and transformation. Have you ever wondered how your feelings can be a guiding compass to unlock your true potential? Today, we are diving deep into the significance of emotions and how they can serve as catalysts for personal growth and self-discovery. What do your feelings tell you? Often, they hold the key to unlocking your true potential and living the life you desire. We experience different feelings from anger, depression, anxiety, laziness, envy, name it. We're going to navigate these feelings and see what they communicate whenever they come up in our lives. Let's start with anger. Have you ever felt that burning anger, that simmering discontent? Of course you have. Everyone has been angry at some point in their lives. That anger is not just frustration. Oftentimes, it's your soul's way of shouting, "You deserve more." Anger is the fire that can ignite the path to a life you truly want. Why do I say that it's your soul's way of shouting, "You deserve more"? Every time you are angry, you need to ask yourself, why am I angry? You are angry because you've been cheated on. So your soul says, you deserve better. You're angry because someone has pissed you off. Your soul tells you, you deserve better, so you react. That is anger for you. It normally comes out of a reaction from something happening that is unpleasant, and it's telling you, you deserve better. So, how can we harness anger to make sure that it doesn't get the best of us, but we rather get the best out of it? You need to identify the source of your anger. What is it that's causing this emotional response? And then after identifying what it is, use that anger as motivation for positive change. You need to channel that energy into setting goals and taking action that will make you feel much better. And for me, the most important thing is always trying to manage my anger. Practice anger management techniques like taking a deep breath. Personally, I just walk away. I stop talking whenever I feel that I have been annoyed and I am so angry. I stop talking because when I exchange with someone when I am angry, it gets worse. So my personal tip of managing my anger is walking away from the scene or the person that is triggering my anger. Because if I don't, I may fail to avoid harmful outbursts. Now, let's talk about the weight of depression. The Japanese describe depression as kokoro no kaze, meaning a cold of the soul. Imagine waking up each day with a heavy heart, a cloud of despair. That's depression's way of saying you have untapped potential waiting to shine. It's a nudge to explore your capabilities and embrace your greatness. Every time we feel depressed, it's because we feel unfulfilled. We feel like there is something missing. There is a piece of the puzzle that is not fitting into our lives. So depression is always communicating to us and telling us, you know what, you have untapped potential waiting to shine. And all you need to do is identify this and try to work towards it. How do you navigate this feeling of depression? First is trying to reach out for support from friends, family, or a professional, be a therapist. You don't have to go through it alone. And after reaching out, you need to set small, achievable goals to regain a sense of control and accomplishment. Every time you feel depressed, you need to ask yourself, what is it that I am feeling unfulfilled about me that I need to work towards? And when you identify that, you set small achievable goals that you start working on. That will give you a sense of control and accomplishment. And every time you feel depressed, try as much as possible to engage in activities that bring you joy and purpose, even when it feels challenging. Let's talk about anxiety. That constant companion of many. It normally arises when our focus drifts too far towards other people's lives. Anxiety most times is a result of comparison. You feel anxious about speaking in public because you feel like you've seen people who can speak better than you. So you're comparing yourself to them and feeling like, no, I am not them and I can't match their technique in speaking in public. My friends normally feel anxious because they feel like cooking for someone like me who knows how to cook. They feel challenged and they feel like they won't be able to do it the way I do it or better. It's time to shift the spotlight back onto you. Because your journey is unique. Why compare? Every time you feel anxiety taking up on you, you need to practice mindfulness to stay grounded in the present moment. If it's fear of public speaking and the opportunity is there for you, we have asked you to speak that moment there. It is yours. Do not compare yourself to the previous speaker or someone you know who is better at public speaking than you will ever be. It is your moment, so you need to practice mindfulness and stay grounded in the present moment. Also, challenge irrational thoughts by asking yourself if they are based on facts or assumptions. Truth is, whatever is scaring you most times to be anxious is based on assumptions. The moment you learn that, you will easily manage anxiety and gradually expose yourself to situations that trigger anxiety to build resilience. How about the feeling of laziness? Have you ever felt a lack of motivation? a resistance to explore the unknown. Yes, you have, of course. We all at a certain point in our lives feel so lazy to do anything. You have a bunch of tasks that you're supposed to be working on, but you feel lazy. Laziness isn't always a fall. It's an invitation to courage. It's saying, get out there, try new things, and discover your passion. This is because most times you feel bored with the same routine every now and then. You feel like whatever you're doing is just boredom. How do you confront laziness? Whenever you feel like you are stuck with a pile of things you need to do, but feel so lazy to do them, try to break these tasks into smaller, manageable steps to make them less overwhelming, one step at a time. You also need to create a routine and set clear, achievable goals to boost motivation. Now, if you have a lot of tasks, you need to set a clear routine that can help you manage these things. And of course, surround yourself with supportive and inspiring individuals. Now let's talk about envy. Have you ever been envious of someone? Yeah, I saw you thinking about it. Envy, as a feeling, can be a mirror reflecting our habit of watching others' lives instead of living our own. Most times we make that mistake of looking at other people's lives. So whenever you feel envy, your soul is telling you that you are focusing on other people instead of focusing on yourself. Your journey is a masterpiece waiting to be painted. You need to embrace it. That means less focus on other people and more focus on you. When you focus on yourself, being a better person, growing in every other aspect of your life, you do not have time to feel envious of other people. And how can you overcome envy? First is by shifting your focus from what others have to what you can achieve. Stop looking at other people. This is your life, and you should focus on you. Use envy as motivation to set personal goals and work towards them. Be so busy about improving yourself, you will never feel envious about other people and what they're achieving. And finally, practice gratitude by regularly acknowledging the positives in your life. Whenever you feel envious about some other person achieving a milestone in their life, practice gratitude by reflecting on what you have achieved, on the positives in your lives, and be thankful for that. That will help you navigate this feeling of envy. And finally, the feeling of being tired. We all experience that, feeling tired and drained. Maybe that's your body's way of saying, nourish me, move me, or let me rest. For some of us, we party hard, we work hard, we play hard. Whatever we are doing so hard that our body is telling us something. Taking care of your physical well-being is a cornerstone of mental health. So whenever you feel so tired, your body is telling you you need to rest, you need to nourish it, you need maybe to move it. So you need to try and incorporate self-care into your life whenever you feel like your body is tired and you're feeling so drained. Create a self-care routine that includes activities you enjoy, whether it's reading, exercising, or simply going for a swim. And then you also have to set boundaries to protect your personal time and energy, and learn to say no when necessary. Some of us don't have no. Someone sang, Tolina no mokamwa. Whatever plan is there for you to go and party, you're like, yay, I am coming. Let's go here. Yes, I am coming. Even when you were partying last night. You need to set boundaries and say no when your body is saying I am tired. And finally, you need to prioritize sleep, eating well, and exercising to ensure your body is functioning at its best. This body is like an engine. It needs to be serviced all the time. And sleep is one of the ways you service your body, giving it good food and exercising. The challenge isn't to numb or dismiss these feelings. It's to listen, to reflect, and to act. Your feelings are your allies in the grand adventure of life. As we wrap up this episode, remember that your feelings are the compasses guiding you through the journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Thank you for being a part of this transformative conversation. And if you like this episode, feel free to share so that we can grow our community of voices. Until our next encounter, embrace your feelings, learn from them, and let them illuminate your path to a brighter future. You are listening to the In My Voice podcast, and this is Bona Heri.